In the last 4 years under Mayor Patrick Brown, we have seen so much corruption, so many lies, so many scandals. The PC Party of Ontario want nothing to do with them. The federal Conservative Party want nothing to do with them. And yet, this man still has so many supporters.
Failed leadership has to end. And I don't want Brampton to be on the map for scandal and mismanagement. I want Brampton to be on the map for unlocked potential and how well we're doing as a city.
I was shocked when first scandal came. In COVID, nobody was allowed to go out. It was a lockdown. This man was playing ice hockey in arena.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Brampton, Ontario. And folks, we are at the campaign kickoff for Nikki Kaur. She is running for mayor of Brampton, and she is essentially Patrick Brown's worst nightmare come to fruition. You see, Nikki Kaur used to be employed by the city of Brampton. She was terminated and then reinstated. She's a whistleblower. She knows where the skeletons are at City Hall. She knows who's who in the Brampton Zoo. And by the way, we were supposed to be here earlier this month for a campaign kickoff. A not so funny thing happened on the way to Miss Kaur's campaign kickoff then, namely a car rammed through the plate glass window here at this building that used to be a TD Bank branch. Of course, the police have dismissed it as an accident and suspicious rather, even though there's an ongoing police investigation going on. I think that's putting the cart before the horse, but thankfully there'll be no projectiles on this day. And we want to hear what Ms. Kaur has to say. We want to hear how she's going to restore decency and law and order here, given the last 4 years of alleged corruption in this city under the stewardship of sneaky Patrick Brown. Let's go check it out.
My name is Nikki Kaur, and I'm running to be the next mayor of Brampton. Today marks the beginning of the end of 4 years of scandal, mismanagement, and failed leadership at City Hall. In 30 days, the hardworking people of Brampton, with your support, will vote Patrick Brown out of office. Crime is going up. Violent gun crime is going up. Our neighborhoods are no longer safe. Just a couple weeks ago, 5 people were shot near Dixie and Queen Street East. Carjackings take place in broad daylight. Where was Patrick Brown? He left Brampton at his most crucial time to look for another job with the Conservative Party. This man, who's supposed to be the mayor and who sits on the police board, left Brampton at the first opportunity for what he saw was a better job for him. We're now just finding out that $294,000 was paid by the city of Brampton to a third-party firm that was collecting on behalf of one of Patrick Brown's law firms. This was the same law firm he used to fight a minister in the Doug Ford government, a fight that began before he was mayor. $294,000. That is a lot of money. Why should Bramptonians be paying for that? We shouldn't pay. It's time for the people of Brampton to fire Patrick Brown.
Oh, Ms. Kaur, in the last 4 years under Mayor Patrick Brown, we have seen so much corruption, so many lies, so many scandals. The PC Party of Ontario want nothing to do with them. The federal Conservative Party want nothing to do with them. And yet, this man still has so many supporters. He has 4 councillors that support him on everything. Why do you think that is?
One of the things I can say, it's a sign for the city of Brampton that the PCs kicked him out, and he also was disqualified from the leadership race. This is a wake-up call for all Bramptonians that we need to vote on October 24th for leadership that is strong, accountable, and that's actually going to deliver results that Brampton has not received.
And politics aside, crime in this city has soared in the last 4 years. My police contacts tell me that Brampton is one of the most dangerous cities in Canada. You addressed this in your remarks. You said you're going to hire 100 new officers if made mayor immediately. You're going to review the police budget. Why do you think this could be a crucial reason why Mayor Brown fails to resonate with the voters in the election next month, just that crime is running rampant in the city.
One of the things I noticed is crime has gone up so much, as I mentioned in my opening remarks as well. Our neighborhoods are no longer safe. Cars are being taken off driveways at 300 to 500 cars a month. That's unacceptable. We shouldn't be functioning at this rate. Our immediate mandate when we get elected on October 24th is to put 100 new officers on the road so Bramptonians feel safer, kids feel safer, seniors feel safer, and small businesses can operate at high capacity and not have to worry about these things.
You know, Ms. Kaur, on that note, this campaign launch was to take place almost 2 weeks ago. A car went right through the window of your campaign office. The Peel Regional Police said it was an accident and non-suspicious, yet it was still under investigation, so I'm not sure I understand how the conclusion is derived before the investigation ends. Do you think that was an accident, or was this a deliberate intimidation tactic directed against you?
One of the things I can say is we've just had an extremely successful campaign launch. As all of you can see, you've been here this morning with us. September 12th was supposed to be the campaign launch. Unfortunately, it didn't take place. Any tactics to intimidate us, put us back, to make us stop doing what we're doing are not going to work. We're here to stay, and we're here to stand, and we're here to fight for the taxpayers.
Ms. Kaur, if you were to make an elevator pitch to the average Bramptonian, your top 3 reasons why to vote for you, what would those 3 reasons be?
We want to address the crime. It's just at a situation where it's no longer acceptable. Failed leadership has to end. And I don't want Brampton to be on the map for scandal and mismanagement. I want Brampton to be on the map for unlocked potential and how well we're doing as a city.
Well, folks, I'm with Joe Pimentel. He is one of the co-chairs of the Nikki Kaur campaign. And I have to tell you, sir, one of the questions that has me baffled is that in the last 4 years in this city, all the scandals, all the lies, all the corruption, it's just too much to detail right here in a question. And yet, when you look at Patrick Brown, he has a large support base. He has 4 councillors that back him on everything. Why is that?
The question for the ages. I think what happens is when you buy into the snake oil salesman's philosophy of this will be good for you, and you drink it, it's hard to pull back. And it takes an honorable person with courage and no ego to say, this is wrong.
Well, I cannot speak for other people, but all I know is that in Canada, I've been here for 53 years. I've been in the West for most of my lifetime. And I learned in here, they say, 3 strikes, you are out.
How many strikes is Patrick Brown up to now?
3 already done.
I think nobody stepped up till now. And when you're in power, and you can make the games change around at any time. And I think they've been doing it already. But now, as Nikki Kaur, she's stepped up to him. And you've seen the results, you've seen the people, you've seen the sport. It's going to be an interesting fight.
I thought when he came from the Barrie and he played with us, especially a man like me, I worked with Kritian, I worked with Paul Morton, I worked with many senior leaders. I thought that he's an innocent guy. He will come and help our city of Brampton. He will make city of Brampton beautiful, together, everything, all the dreams which I had. I was shocked when first scandal came. In COVID, nobody was allowed to go out. It was a lockdown. This man was playing ice hockey in arena.
Do you think, sir, it will be a fair fight? And what I mean by that is that given Patrick Brown's previous history, and previous scandals when it comes to voting and ballot stuffing and having illegible voters marking ballots in a certain region, I've spoken to people and they are fearful that, the fix might be in. Are you concerned about that yourself?
You know what? I wouldn't comment anything on that. I'm just thinking, like, from this side, it's gonna be it'll be a good fight. We still have a month. We don't know what they could do or what's gonna happen. Like, we can't pinpoint anyone for anything. It'll be a good fight.
Patrick Brown canceled all future council meetings until after the election. It seems sometimes to me that this city is being run like Nicaragua. Do you know if Councillor Bowman had any success in getting the ministry responsible for municipalities to come in and lay down the law?
You know what? That's a great point. I don't know publicly if it's been announced or if there's been any action on the part of the ministry. But here's the success for Brampton. You had a councillor who literally had enough, and he went to the Premier directly. They are the parent of all municipalities in Ontario. If they can fix what's wrong with Brampton, they can fix what's wrong with any municipality. And when you don't have rules and regulations and policies that are strictly adhered to and even policed by, say, a body like the Ministry of Municipal Affairs, you have people like Patrick Brown who will twist the law, bend it, but try not to break it. And the frustration just oozes from council.
The other day I was talking to ethnic media. Somebody told me the average of carjacking and stabbing are 24 per day. 24 per day.
And was Brampton like that when you first moved here, sir?
No. It was a very quaint, very peaceful, That's why I chose to be Bramptonian, and it was around 3 to 400,000.
Well, folks, as the municipal election race in Ontario heats up, Brampton is the city to watch. Will sneaky Patrick Brown actually get re-elected, or will the residents of Brampton come to their senses and choose somebody who is less of a cheat, less of a liar, who is less corrupt, who is less scandalous? Well, if you want to see our coverage of the Brampton electoral race, please go to sneakypatrick.com. That's sneakypatrick.com. And, enjoy the videos.